Dear Toastmasters, dear guests, for anybody who cares about their health and well-being, and especially if you live in Switzerland, I think the topic of today's talk will be of importance to you. But I'm not going to tell you just yet what the topic is. Instead, I'm going to show you. Let's start by having a look at what I've prepared in front of me. First, I have 3 cups with seals and with lids. In each of the cups, I have prepared 99 milliliters of water. Next, here I have a nice cup of coffee, or if you wish, a flask of coffee. And finally, I have a syringe. Don't worry, there's no needle on the syringe, but the volume of the syringe is 1 milliliter. I'm going to start my demonstration by using my syringe to pick up 1 milliliter of coffee. And I'm going to inject that into my first cup of 99 milliliters of water. And after that, I'm going to shake it. I'm going to shake it up and down, side to side, front to back, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I now have a dilution of coffee and water at the ratio of 1 to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, by a show of hands, who of you knows exactly what it is that I'm doing here?
Ugly coffee.
Abracadabra.
For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, today I'm preparing for your enjoyment a homeopathic sleep remedy.
Really?
And as I go through the demonstration here today, I'm going to talk about some of the principles of homeopathy, and I'm also going to prepare it. Now, the way I prepare it today, I'm not making any of this up. This is how you actually prepare a homeopathic preparation. One of the most important things to remember is that many people think that homeopathy is the same as herbal medicine. It's not. It's something very specific, it's something very different, and I will show you exactly how to make it today. So let's start with the first principle of homeopathy. They call it like cures like. You might think that if I'm having problems sleeping, if I want to make a sleep remedy, a nice cup of coffee like this is not what I need because it will actually make me more alert. But homeopaths believe that what can cause a condition or a disease can also be used to cure that condition or disease, but only if it's properly diluted. Now, I'll be talking a lot about dilution today, and I'd like to introduce you to some of the terminology. The first dilution that you saw me do was a 1 to 100 dilution. The homeopaths call this 1C. C is the Roman numeral for 100. So that's a 1 to 100 solution of coffee in water, 1C. For my next step, I'm going to take some of that 1C solution. I'm actually going to take 1 milliliter of it, and I'm going to mix it with my second cup of water. And after that, I'm going to shake it. And I now have a dilution that they call 2C. This is a 1 to 100 dilution done twice. The ratio of coffee to the whole is actually 1 to 10,000, the 2C solution. And this brings me to the second principle of homeopathy. Homeopaths believe that water has memory. They believe that each substance has its own unique vibration or energy, and that vibration or energy can be transferred to the water by mixing it and shaking it vigorously. This they call succussion. I now have my 2C solution here, and I'm going to take 1 milliliter of my 2C solution, and I'm going to mix it with my last cup of water, and then I'm going to shake it, or succuss it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I have what they call a 3C solution. The ratio of coffee to water is now 1 to 1 million. And this brings me to the third principle of homeopathy. Homeopaths believe that as you dilute something, it doesn't become weaker, it becomes stronger, or more potent, as they would say. You've seen me prepare here a 3C solution. If you go down to your local pharmacy, what you might find is a 30C solution. A 30C solution, I could make a 30C solution here today by repeating my 1 to 100 dilution 27 more times. At a 30C dilution, the dilution is actually so high that of the original substance, there is nothing left in it. There is nothing in it, it's just water. And if you buy it in the form of a pill, they will have taken some of that water and dropped it on a sugar pill. There is no active ingredient in it whatsoever. Mm-hmm. You've seen me do my homeopathic demonstration. I'm not making any of this up. This is how you actually prepare a homeopathic remedy. And I've talked about 3 of the most important principles of homeopathy. First, like cures like. Second, water has memory. And third, as you increase the dilution, it becomes stronger. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know me, I'm not here to tell you what you should believe or what you shouldn't believe. But I am going to walk the walk. You've seen me prepare my sleeping remedy here. I've already potentized it 3 times, so it should already be fairly powerful. And I'm going to have a sip. If I fall asleep, then clearly homeopathy works. But if nothing happens, then maybe there is something wrong with homeopathy. Mr. Toastmaster.